Hi, welcome to my channel, Lux to O. And I gave you a review of the newest Parfums de Marly, Palatine, this past weekend. And I wanted to share with you my rankings of the Parfums de Marlys. And some of these may surprise you, and they did me. Now we're going to start with the first one, which is actually the bottom of my list, and I don't have a bottle of her, and her name is Vayala. For many people, this is a fantastic scent, and I'm sure it is wonderful on a lot of people, but for me, it just did not work. I can't tell you which note specifically did not work for me, but it was just not good, and I have tried it 3 times so far, and it's not working. I will try it again and let you know what my thoughts are. I think the bottle is beautiful. That frosted glass is beautiful. It's just not me. The next one that is closest to the bottom of the list is the original Delina. I know people love this, and I can certainly see that when it first burst onto the scene, it was definitely a new scent profile. Now we see a lot of lychee scents on the market. Nothing, I think, can quite compare to Delina, and it is a very nice scent. It just isn't good on me. It is a beast of a fragrance lasting all day with a fantastic projection. I think I wasn't ready for the scent, and the rhubarb note is just a little sharp for my nose at that time. I think I might feel a little bit different now, but I don't think I'm going to try her again. But the next one up from the list, we're third from the bottom, is Darcy. Now honestly, I like Darcy. I think she is a, first of all, gorgeous gold reflective bottle. I like her jaunty little black tassel. And I actually really enjoy Darcy. She may be third from the bottom, but she is every bit as loved as many of the others. And this bottle is almost empty. And I do have a backup bottle all wrapped up and ready for when I run out of this. And when I buy a backup bottle of fragrances, to me that just speaks of how much I really do enjoy it. I do think that this is more fall winter, but I think it's a fantastic scent. If you'd like a detailed review on any of these fragrances, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know. And then fourth from the bottom is still one I really love. I don't think I've shown as much love to her by wearing it, which is probably why she is just above Darcy. I've actually worn Darcy more, but this one is a beautiful scent, perfect for spring, summer, perfect for a wedding, perfect for those people who may not like a rose scent. This one is a beautiful watery rose. This is like a lady who doesn't need to try too hard to get attention. And I think Delina la Rosée is an attention getter. I think it's hard to beat for a clean, fresh summer scent, or fall, or spring, I meant spring or summer. And certainly if your weather is a little warmer, I think she would shine in the fall. And I think she's a little light for winter, but maybe not in your climate. But she is certainly beautiful. The next one on the list, from the bottom, is Meliora. And she is fifth from the bottom. But if you will look and see how much of that juice I have used, and this has been in one season. So you can say I have been showing her a lot of love. Meliora could be the inspiration for a romantic genre of books. This would certainly inspire one if you look at her bottle and if you can smell the fragrance. She is fresh, fruity, and floral. And the bottle basically tells the story that what is inside is a sparkling juice that is beautiful and beguiling, very alluring. Somewhat light in the performance area, which may have some people not ranking it as highly. I would choose it on a hot, humid day, and I know that she shines in the heat and humid weather we have here in the South. And when I spray it, which I do, at lunch, after lunch, before I go home. Okay, I did say she was light wearing, but she is simply gorgeous, and I will always overspray her. And yes, I have a backup bottle of her too, just waiting. And just look at this. Half of the bottle is gone, and that was just when I ordered her in May of this year. So I do love her. Now, the next fragrance I want to say is going to be Safanad. She is beautiful orange blossom scent. Easily one of the prettiest orange blossom scents on the market, in my opinion. It's pear petitgrain essence, jasmine, ylang ylang, which can be challenging to my nose many times. So I was surprised that this one worked out so well for me. When I first got it, this was not the one that I was just absolutely thrilled to wear, but as you can tell, now it has been over a year since I've had her, maybe closer to 2 years. But when I sat her on a shelf, I decided to pull her out this summer and try her again. And I would tell you, she has grown on me. And the juice is really lasting. It has darkened up from when I first received it. And it is absolutely a gorgeous orange blossom scent that goes beyond most orange blossom scents. Truly beautiful. Lasting power all day, a real compliment getter. Even when I was in a restaurant, I had someone approach me and ask me what scent I had. And this was after I had sprayed it in the morning. Now granted, this was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I did spray heavy that morning. But I actually did have both the person who was waiting on us and another lady at a different table who asked me what scent I had on. And I was so surprised. I said, I would not have thought you could even smell it. And they said, oh yes, it's giving. I'm not sure if that meant in the morning it was giving too much to my coworkers, but it was still giving in the afternoon. And it is a beautiful, beautiful bridal orange blossom scent to me. Perfect. Cassili is the next one, and she doesn't get that much love when people are ranking Parfums de Marly, and I understand it. But this bottle is beautiful. I love the peach color. This one is floral, has red currant, plum, mimosa, vanilla, and sandalwood. It sparks joy to me. This is not one to be underestimated. Cassili is happy. She's not as long-lasting on me as like a Delina Exclusif, but she is still on me, I would say moderate lasting with a moderate sillage too. But she's a beautiful scent, and don't count her out if you haven't tried her. Get your nose on her and see what you think. And the next one is Delina Exclusif. I do not have that with me at the moment, but this is the one that I chose after trying the original Delina. That one was so hyped, everyone loves it, and I understood it. It just wasn't for me. With the Delina Exclusif, I think it helps that it does have a musk in it. It does have vanilla, and I love a good incense note and fragrances. And to me, Delina Exclusif had everything I wanted, and the lasting power of even the original Delina. And she's a powerhouse, and she's perfect for fall, winter, spring, in my opinion. In the summer, I think she could get a little heavy, but if it's an evening event, I think she's beautiful. Perhaps the original Delina, if you're having a wedding in the spring or summer, she would be very nice. I do prefer the Exclusif. Now, the next one, which is actually second from the top, and that is Athalia. Look at this beauty. This is not one people talk much about, and it's lower in people's ranking. It's a floral, woody, musky. I didn't use this very often for the first year I owned it. It wasn't until last November I pulled her out and began to really show her some love. She has that iris powderiness that I so enjoy without being too powdery, and she is simply beautiful. The iris in here is incredible. It's very gentle, and it's all the best parts that you want from an iris scent. This is one of Parfums de Marly's perfumes that never fails to get me compliments. It has been described by Lavishly Chichi, I love her channel. She described it as giving rich auntie vibes. And I could not have said it better, because that is exactly how I feel. When I first tried her, she was also very different to me. I ordered her at the same time as 3 other Parfums de Marly scents. And so when it came to me from Harrods, I tried it and I just wasn't sure about it. It was so different than what I've experienced in the past. But this one is a mature smelling scent, and what I mean by that is, of course, you can wear what you want any time of the year. To me, this is a wonderful fall, winter scent, and certainly for spring as well. It is that iris powdery note, and I do have a backup bottle of her because she is also one I do not ever want to be without. When something is truly wonderful, I have to go ahead and buy a backup bottle, because I end up finding that the ones I most love sometimes are discontinued. I even called Parfums de Marly and asked if they would discontinue any of their fragrances for 2024. And I called in 2023. They said that they had no plans to discontinue any scents. However, they did discontinue one, which I'll share with you in a moment. Now, the #1 hit from Parfums de Marly on my list, and this is actually my backup bottle. I have gone through one, and I actually have another backup of this bottle. So I have a lot of love for this fragrance. The bright colored pink bottle with the silver cap and the jewel on the top, Swarovski crystal. The bottle itself is beautiful. And this is something I enjoyed from the very beginning of my niche fragrance journey. And it is still one of my strongest loves. Performance projection, as I mentioned, is absolutely wonderful. And I can't imagine that it is all contained, this mighty powerhouse, in such a delightful pink bottle. It's marshmallowy, sweet, fruity, Barbie-like, princess-like, addictive, and is my favorite. Compare it to Love Don't Be Shy. Oh no, this is much better to my nose, and I feel the performance is much better as well. And the last fragrance on this list, there is one I do want to share with you, but this last one on my list is Palatine, which I did a review on, a dedicated review on. This one I have not listed in my ranking, and the only reason I haven't is because I don't feel like she has been around long enough to be fair to her, which I did mention in my dedicated review. I do like the little tray they gave with the fragrance. And this is an absolutely gorgeous bottle. The bottle itself is tinted purple, so it's not the frosted glass like La Rosée. It's not frosted like Vayala, but it is truly purple, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I am definitely a purple and pink girl, so I kind of knew I was going to have her when I saw the color of the bottle. Seems like a strange reason, but everything from Parfums de Marly has just hit right for me, other than the original Delina and perhaps Vayala, but I am going to try her again. I think I'll enjoy her too. Now, the last one I want to show you is a fragrance that they did discontinue. To my knowledge, it is the only fragrance that has been discontinued by Parfums de Marly, and this is Sedbury. And obviously, she did not get a lot of love. I did not want to put her too far on the list. In fact, that's why I left her off and saved her to the end. I'm right here on Sedbury, and I am keeping her in the dark so that I don't use her up. This is a scent that I can understand why it would not be anyone's top 5 list or top list for Parfums de Marly. It does have the clary sage, it has some lavender in it, it's a different fragrance. But I grew to love her. In fact, I was wearing her more than Athalia when I first got her, and I wasn't sure if I really enjoyed her at the time either. That's why I'm going to give some more love to Palatine later, and I do have a feeling that in the spring when the weather warms up, it will be better for me. I think there's other violet lavender fragrances, iris fragrances on the market that I think I like better in niche perfumery, but this is a lovely fragrance. It is powdery. It does not last long on me at all. In fact, as I mentioned in my dedicated review, I do think that the lasting power is on par with Meliora and perhaps a tad bit less than Meliora. But I just wanted to jump on here real quick, give you my review, and let you know which one hit the top on my list, and also share with you our forgotten friend who is no longer available unless you can find her maybe on eBay or Mercari. I looked, and she is just very hard to find and certainly not at an affordable price. And I also wanted to bring to your attention a girl that may not get a whole lot of love, but she is a whole lot of beautiful. And this black bottle, the gold top, it's just a sexy looking bottle and just a beautiful fragrance. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, just note them in the comments and I'll be happy to respond. If you want recommendations for an iris violet fragrance, I am happy to do that as well. Those are a couple of my favorite notes too. So thank you for joining me. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video, friends. Goodbye.